Trust is not a mystery. We're going to talk about an example. We're going to talk about some things that might be included in a somewhat routine trust, simply because you should understand how a trust works. Hi, I'm Dan Covington. I'm an estate planning attorney in Lawrence, Kansas. So I prepare trusts, wills, durable powers of attorney, living wills, various documents related to estate planning, and as people say, helping you get your affairs in order. So let's talk about an example of a trust. When you sign your trust, we will also put property into your trust at that time. The trust can manage only what it owns, and funding the trust keeps your family from having to go through probate upon your death. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that to be the case. I talk maybe too often about avoidance of probate. Anyway, during your life, you use the property held in your trust just as you would if there were no trust. It may be titled differently, but you still have the same access, the same use of all those assets, similar to you just directly owning it. Also, maybe I don't talk about it enough, but if you should reach a point or a period of incapacity, your trust is still there for you, and through administration by your named trustee, your trust can still care for you. Your trustee can use those assets to apply those for your benefit. Then upon your death, your trust remains there for your spouse during their life and any incapacity they may go through. So also then, upon your death, your trustee may distribute things per what's called a personal property statement in your trust. This is pretty simple part of your trust, but it's a statement wherein you name maybe your kind of your sentimental items, if you think of it that way. It might be that you want your hobby items to go to your child, your collectibles to a nephew or a niece, or maybe you want to divide your family quilts that have been passed down, divide those among your children. So your personal property statement is a place to do that, and that can happen upon your death. Then ultimately, upon the death of your spouse, your trustee may then, according to what we've drafted into your trust, your wishes in the first place, your trustee can then distribute items out of your trust. These examples of this might be funds in support of minor children or grandchildren until they reach the age of majority. Of course, this varies depending on maybe your age and what you're thinking at the time when you sign your trust. It could be some folks want to set aside funds for post-secondary education, so for their child or their grandchildren, funds for college, vocational training, other types of training. It may provide that real estate is going to be divided among your children, or your children have a kind of an option to buy the other's interest out and own the property outright, or maybe the real estate can just be sold and the proceeds divided among the children. This would be distribution time for any charitable contribution you may have directed. And finally, maybe you want the remainder of assets to go to the people you name. Again, it's often divided among children, but whoever you name, you could have those items distributed, those funds distributed right away during regular administration, or some folks build in a contingency that maybe their children shouldn't receive big lump sums until they're 25 or age 30, some to that effect. So it can really be kind of as creative as what you would like to do within some reason, right? Then once the trust has distributed all the property, its function is at an end, so it terminates. Again, you've named, we haven't really talked about it, but you've named trustee, typically yourself and your spouse, and then you name a successor trustee because, of course, at some point yourself and your spouse aren't going to be around. So a lot of folks name a child or maybe a younger sibling to act on their behalf as a trustee who's bound by the terms of the trust and has a fiduciary duty to kind of safeguard and take care of the trust property responsibly. So hopefully I haven't confused the issue and I've added some clarity, taken some of the mystery away from what is a trust and what does it do. It seems like it's a creature of some mythology that people think it's just it's something maybe very odd, but I can tell you lots and lots of people have trusts and they make very good sense. So I hope this has helped you out. Anytime I can help you, again, I'm Dan Covington. You can always find me at Estate Plan Kansas. Thank you.